It's too hard.
Oh, no. You can't, because the thing that I've learned is that you're either for or you're not for, and there's no
in between here.
There's no in between.
There's no in between.
I can't believe the way the internet's like freaking out over this.
See, I think I'm some. Yeah.
Okay. You know what, Tyler? Introduce us, and then let's do it.
Okay, well, welcome everybody to the Cinematic Inquisition. This is a after credits edition of Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Woo!
My name is Tyler Hoskin. Today in the studio I have Chris Trache.
The pro side.
And in Studio B we have Chris Taylor.
What is up? I'm not saying the negative side, because I'm not negative.
We'll see about that.
No. I'm serious. Anyways, Tyler, what side do you land on?
I think I'm in the middle somewhere.
Okay,
like
see?
that.
And I think I'm in the middle. Anyways.
So this might not be that bad.
Like, it's contrary to popular belief on the internet currently, it's either you hate this fucking movie or you love this movie.
Right.
I feel I'm in the middle. Like, there's stuff I liked.
Yeah.
There's stuff I didn't like. There's stuff that I felt could have been done differently. Anyway.
Yes.
So, let's just jump right into it. If you haven't seen the movie,
turn it off right now.
Pause this podcast, stop it, walk away, rip your headphones out, throw them against the wall.
Come back after you've watched
break
it.
them, because we want you to listen later on.
Yeah. Once you've seen the movie, or if you don't care about watching the movie until
you just
whenever,
hear us. You
just want to hear opinions about it. We're pretty good about this. So, Batman vs Superman. Now, it opens with basically the end of Man of Steel.
Yes.
From the view of Bruce Wayne,
which I loved.
I liked it as well.
So good.
I think it would have been better in Man of Steel if they had cast Ben Affleck at that time.
They didn't know what they were doing. Yeah.
I understand that, like, but it would have been better in that movie to save that 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And cut.
And it does, in my opinion, that scene saves the end of Man of Steel. Like, knowing what I know about seeing his perspective, I don't hate the ending of Man of Steel as much as I used to.
Okay.
But anyway, this is not the Man of Steel episode.
No.
This is Batman vs Superman. Anyway, then we jump 18 months down the road.
Mm-hmm. Which is
you skipped my least favorite part of the whole movie.
The opening credits?
The retelling of Batman's origin story.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing.
But I'm glad it was there.
No, it needs to be there.
I'm glad it was there. No,
it has to be there.
Why?
Because it has to show, look, this is how this Bruce Wayne lost his parents to alienate itself from the Dark Knight trilogy. That's what it needs to be. It just needs to be quick. It might have been a little too long, but it needs
and they showed it twice. They showed it twice. So
it needs to be there to show this is a different Batman.
Here's what bothers me. Because I don't even care about them showing it. He runs after the funeral, and Alfred's like, "No, Bruce, come back!" And he runs, and he falls in the hole.
But that's all the dream.
But I'm telling you, when the bats started circling and he started rising up, no word of a lie, I looked over at Jeremy, who I went to see it with, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? He's like, I don't even know, man.
I was a little concerned as well. And then as soon as he said the dream, then he says, I was like, whew.
Because I did the same thing. I'm like, okay, it was a dream.
Once it was clarified that it was a dream, I was okay with it.
Yeah.
But then you just going, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
But then you realize that Batman has serious mental health issues in this movie. Like serious.
Yeah.
Like serious mental health issues.
Stems from, in my opinion, the scene with the Robin costume.
Right.
Because he's definitely fucked up because Robin's dead.
Right.
And there's rumors that Robin is going to be Damian Wayne, which is his son.
Right.
So if it's the fact that it's his son who is going to be the Robin that died, that's kind of...
that's messed up. No, it can't be.
I'm not saying it is.
No, but it can't be
It's
because
possible that it could be.
no, because Alfred had a line about him not having kids, and you wouldn't say that line if your kid
That's true.
died
It's true.
because it's
Unless
a shitty
it's
line.
Alfred, but that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, unless Zack Snyder is just being a fucktard.
Yeah. which,
'Cause
I
I
could be
feel-
a possibility.
I feel that he read the Dark Knight comic book
Yep.
and Death of Superman.
Yeah, and he's like, let's make that into one movie.
Took the good parts from each one, mashed them together,
Yeah.
wrote this plot, and went, woof, and we have a movie. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Like-
and that's my stance on it is that it's not without its faults. I did really enjoy it for the fact that I was just excited to see these because I'm a big DC guy.
Yes.
and I'm just so excited to finally see these characters on screen. Is this the movie that I would hope for it to be launching these movies? Not really. There's obviously things that I'd love
Right.
to change, but I just think I see this movie as because of what you just said. I agree. Like it's just there's too many big storylines
too
that are crammed
much.
together, but it's a nice jumping off point.
Oh.
And when I'm gonna be disappointed is if the next couple movies stink. That's where I'm gonna be. This whole thing is not going anywhere.
So,
But I'm not holding this one too much
right.
in
But, like-
regards to this is a failure.
So there's plot holes, huge holes for me at least. The fact that Lex. Now I have a question. Do we believe this is Lex Jr. or Senior?
No, this is Lex. This is Alexander.
This is Lex.
They said it was.
I'm just
this is
making
Junior,
sure
yeah.
because
Yeah.
he did a whole lot of dad talk.
Yeah.
He is, and he says he was an orphan, which is very interesting, because Alexander Luthor, the son of Lex Luthor, is actually from Earth 3. Which I'll dabble into that a little bit later on once we get a little more down the storyline.
Okay.
Sorry, I passed out. I was so fucking bored.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
now see, this might make a little bit more sense in the DC world then.
Yeah, to me, as being more into the DC universe, I saw a lot of things that I can see where they're going with the storyline. But if you go into this not knowing these things, I could see where you're like, this is confusing.
Yeah, people are like, so the big difference between Marvel and DC right now is Marvel is doing a massive universe all intertwined with one another.
Yes.
On the other side, DC is taking TV as their separate universe,
Yep.
and the movies as their own universe.
Remember, the TV is in two different universes as well.
At the moment,
Because
yes.
you have Gotham and you have all the
And no,
others.
and as of this week, there are 3.
Oh, what's the third one?
So you've got Gotham as their own little
Yeah.
thing that nobody really cares about. Flash and Arrow are their one universe. That's what we're like. Let's call this Earth 1.
Okay, yeah. That's easy.
Okay, they've traveled to Earth 2.
Which is awesome. I love that.
Supergirl is in a different universe,
But she's crossed over.
But didn't they just cross over?
but
Oh,
he
no.
traveled through universes.
So is she from Earth too?
No, well, I don't know. I haven't seen the episode.
She's from Earth 7.
She could be.
That's not funny.
I'm just. It makes as much sense.
So with Alexander Luthor being from Earth 3,
If he is.
if
he is.
if that's the way they're going, it would make sense to have that universe be Earth 3 because
Well, Earth 3.
the movie Superman isn't the same as the TV Superman.
Like the Supergirl Superman?
Right.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, they're different.
They're different universes,
Right.
right? So
But you could, and that's the thing. Like at any moment, because of the multiverse, you could throw them in the same universe. No problem.
and that's what I'm like. This is where that's how the Flash and the TV show
Yeah.
has gone to Supergirl.
Yeah.
That's how that's working.
And they could do that with the shows. Because
Oh my god.
Oh, this hurts my
but
brain.
that is
Okay, so let's
That's-
get back to Batman v Superman.
Yeah. So
Okay.
and going with the Flash and
Cyborg.
Lex having all this information,
Right.
all these files.
So did he know? He knew Bruce Wayne was Batman,
Yep.
he
and-
had to,
and
yeah.
he knew Clark Kent was Superman.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, because he found his mom.
Right. Oh,
Right.
you like that? You like that meme I sent you, right?
Yeah. So
Might be
And-
one of the plot holes.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
You drive a fucking semi truck through that plot hole.
And then, so I'm just throwing this out there. Batman doesn't have a fucking clue. And the other thing is, Batman is never said in this movie.
Right. They never once say Batman.
Never said.
It's just
Out
like
of
in
Gotham,
Yeah.
the
Vigilante.
Bat.
Vigilante,
Yeah.
the Bat, never called Batman.
It's
Yeah.
just like the first, like Man of Steel. They never say Superman, but they say Superman like 1,000 times in this movie.
A few times.
1,000.
Times 1,000.
I had a counter, and it was 1,000.
Click, click, click. So, Batman, supposed to be one of the greatest detectives ever, has no fucking clue.
But he's fucked up in this movie.
I get that,
And
but
because they
He's
show
a-
like how messed up he is,
he's
that's why
clearly
he's slipping.
he's clearly an older Batman,
Yeah.
and I get that.
He says they've been doing it for 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So in 20 years, you have no idea that there's this guy that's faster than anything.
He only showed up in Man of Steel, which was only about 2 years ago. That's the thing. He
Okay,
was
yeah.
hidden. He was hidden, and it wasn't until the events of Man of Steel, which isn't much, and then and then for 18 months he was pretty much building his case against Superman. All that stuff was going on in the back of his head.
Right. But then, and these little videos and pictures.
Oh, they were awful.
This was the worst,
YouTube clips.
right? Like, are you
Uh,
kidding me?
I like the fact that they hinted at, like, because I really like the cyborg thing. I thought that was really cool.
that
It's
cyborg-
confusing, but it was really neat.
that cyborg video was probably the best of them all because it was actually like it made sense because this is a doctor creating something.
Yeah,
The fucking one with Aquaman,
it
it's
was
like
really weird.
I'm gonna smile for the camera
It was
and
really
then I'm
weird.
gonna stab
And
it.
I
Like,
love the way Aquaman looks, but oh man, like you know that Aquaman's a joke in the superhero community, and then you just make him like come on,
Right? Like-
you got to make him look cooler than that. You have to.
so I had the way they brought in the metahumans.
Yeah,
I had a huge problem with all that.
The YouTube clips. Yeah,
how they did it. Not that it was there, but how they did it. I had a huge issue with
yeah,
that.
I didn't like. That's one of the things that I didn't like the YouTube clips. I didn't.
Yeah, that
wasn't
was-
a fan of that.
And I feel that Batman should have had that information already. But anyway.
But
Yeah.
but then you take out like 30 minutes out of the movie.
Good. All that Senate shit, that didn't need to be there either. It didn't drive the plot.
I know.
No,
When
Lex-
it blew
Lex
up,
is
that's
shit.
when Batman snapped, and he knew he wanted to take him down.
Lex's shit was
Okay,
In-
before you continue, I want to know what you guys thought of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. What did you guys think? That-
Oh.
you know what? I enjoyed it.
I thought he was great.
Okay.
I thought he was great.
Here's-
For the character that he was playing, which if he's Lex Luthor Senior, it's completely wrong.
Yes.
But if he's
If
Alexander
he's
Luthor
junior.
from another timeline, I think he did great as being just like kind of like a psychotic.
Oh, that's weird because it looked to me like he was trying to be the Joker.
I don't know. When they already have the Joker in this universe, I don't know if they're gonna try. To do
I'm just saying he was too out there. And maybe I don't know the character. I don't know that character all that well, but he was way too out there and he was not.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was not good. He was
That's fair. That's fair.
He was
I
not good.
thought because I thought he was gonna be the one I hated the most, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And
Interesting tidbit. Apparently, he was supposed to he auditioned for the role of Jimmy Olsen.
Right.
Because they wanted to do like a quick like, here's Jimmy Olsen. Oh shit, we killed him right off the bat.
Right.
But then they said, whoa, this guy might be good for Lex. So that's an interesting piece.
Yeah. So I don't know, Chris. It's been confirmed in the first episode, in the first few scenes when Superman saves Lois.
Yeah.
The guy they shot is Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah,
been confirmed.
Because apparently in the direct
Working for the CIA?
Apparently.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
it was just like we'll just throw him in for fun.
Yeah.
It's either you leave him out or you just throw him in as a wink and a nod.
Zack
That's all
Snyder
it is.
came out a couple days ago and said that was Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's
I
just
guess.
it's just you put him in.
You know what else I don't like? Here's another thing I don't like. I don't like that Lois Lane knows that he's Superman. I really don't like that.
Think it's too soon?
It's way too soon. But I mean, they're going for a different thing. So you gotta let go of things from previous iterations of the character, and I get that. But man, and could this movie have, I don't know, one fucking laugh in it? And I know I text that to you, and you're like, no way, no, it's dark and brooding. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. This movie needed some levity. It needed a little bit of just something to break the fucking...
Yeah, even The Dark Knight had a couple jokes here and there. Like, albeit they were fucking dark as hell,
Yeah.
but they were pretty good. Like, the disappearing pencil? That's fucking hilarious.
It's gone.
It's not hilarious as it's awesome.
But
Right.
it was funny.
Because it's terrifying,
Terrifying.
and it's funny.
One thing that I really, really liked, and I and it's mostly just like the comic booky in me, is so there's a couple kind of little jokes that Batman make, and I hear a lot of people say like, it's so weird that he's making jokes, doesn't make sense, this blah blah blah. But in the comics, there's two situations that are always awkward. If Batman makes a joke, and if Batman asks for help. Anytime that is done in a comic, it's always like the characters are taken aback, they're confused. So every time Batman, there's a couple lines where he kind of makes a little poke, and I was like, whoa, that's weird. That is exactly how you're supposed to feel if Batman is making a little weird one-liner. You're supposed to feel awkward and be like, Batman doesn't do this. This is strange. So I like that they did that. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but to me as a comic book reader, I liked that it was awkward every time he said something that was supposed to be kind of funny.
Fair enough. So, Batman's pissed off.
He's very mad.
Very mad. He's had a year and a half to get angry at Superman.
Yeah.
And it's
To
built
be
up rage.
brooding. To just be brooding.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm angry, Affleck. So
And-
mad.
Jeremy Irons, help me.
So, Lex is bringing over kryptonite
Yes.
that they found at the bottom of the sea.
Right.
And Batfleck, who, you know what? I enjoed
Yeah, he did
Batfleck.
do a great job. No, he didn't ruin the movie. That's
No.
for sure.
So
It was not. It was not Daredevil.
no, God no. So he tries to steal it as it comes over, and Superman stops him from stealing. Like Superman has no idea what he's trying to steal.
No, he just sees him in his city and he's like, "What the hell are you
yeah,
doing?"
get the fuck out.
Because at this point, he doesn't like the way he's doing things, so he's decided to say, "Hey, you're not doing it in my city. If this is
Right. So anyway, he stops him. He says,
which makes Superman look pretty badass, like pretty powerful. Like,
"Yeah,
Do,
yeah."
do you bleed? You will.
well,
You will.
So, Batman, or the Bat of Gotham, whatever the hell you want to
whatever
call
you
him
wanna
these
call him.
days,
Yeah.
eventually ends up stealing it. He gets it from Lex.
Which I really like the way they did that. I like the fact that at that point, because it was right when the Senate exploded, he realizes his name's kind of attached to it because of that character, and he's just like super mad. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going in and getting it.
Yeah.
And I like how they didn't show it, where it was just like you just saw like the destruction that he left behind.
Yeah,
I kind of like
it just Lex drives up and it's just
yeah.
gone.
I kind of like the way they did that.
Yes, that, and like again, some of these things are good. Like
Yeah.
this part, Batman getting pissed off, great, fine.
Yeah.
He has a vengeance against Superman, great, fine. There's a trigger, perfect.
Yep.
And then he steals what he needs to steal. He makes it into a bloody spear. I think he could have used some of it for other stuff.
Yeah.
Like 6 grenades.
Why did you use it all at
The
once?
tire scene, by the way, where he's just smacking the tire.
Yeah, that was the lamest montage
It was pretty bad. It was
I have
pretty bad.
ever seen.
It was.
At least
Like-
it didn't have 4
Already
montages.
buff. He doesn't need to do that shit.
I don't. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was a weird
very
montage
strange.
scene.
Yeah, it was very weird.
So he's made this spear, and I would have, instead of the montage, I would have liked to see the suit being made,
That would have been cool.
because we never saw that. And we saw the spear get made, and
I think there was one point where Alfred picked up like the helmet part and he was
Yeah.
like talking to the mic thing, but that was
but that was it. Like clearly, Alfred was doing it
yeah.
because Alfred
And I
knows
love
mechanics. somehow.
that take of Alfred because that is what Alfred is. Like he is the man behind the scenes. Like he's working on the cars. He's doing this. He's doing that. Like he fixes Batman up when he comes. Like
Yeah.
Alfred's not just the guy who brings him coffee.
Right.
Like he knows how to do all this shit. So I like that they showed him. Like the first scene, he's working on the car, which is
Yeah.
so cool.
Which ends up being demolished by Superman.
Yeah, just
Right. And then, so we get the spear. Batman's in the suit. Previously, Superman said, if your symbol goes up in the sky, don't fucking come,
yep,
because I will kill you.
yep.
So,
Or take you down. or
take you
something.
down. I'm gonna... You are mine. Batman gets all ready, plans his shit out, throws the switch, and waits. And this is when Lex takes Lois and Martha.
And Martha, yeah. Well, it was before that, sort of.
It was
It
around.
was kind of like the same time.
It was around that time. Like it was more.
I can't remember if it was during the tire montage.
I will say this: the movie. Well, it was after the symbol went up in the sky, and Lex saw it, and he said, "Okay, it's time. Go."
Oh, okay.
Because that was the.
So they probably had people watching her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying?
Symbol goes up.
Symbol goes up.
He's waiting.
Yeah. Lex has taken Martha, Kent, and Lois. Blah, blah, blah. And Superman shows up to save Lois, who has been pushed off Lex Corp Tower.
Yep.
Great.
Yes.
Gets
the day.
Gets saved.
And at this point, he had been gone for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, because this was
He-
after the Senate.
He
No one knew where he was.
He went to do his hitchhiker routine again.
Yeah.
And we
Meet
saw
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, we saw Dad again.
That was weird.
Yeah, I don't really understand.
I didn't like that. I
that
didn't like it at
conversation
all.
was taking place.
Like I get yay that we went to the mountains and the ice and
It's kind of like
Almost
that
the
scene is
Fortress
kind
of
of just
Solitude.
like foreshadowing the Fortress of Solitude type thing.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
and that was neat. I don't understand why we saw
The father.
the father.
Yeah. Little strange.
It was a little
Could have been another way for him to get that information.
Yeah. And then so Lex tells him that, well, I've got your mom. And Mommy's boy gets all pissed off.
Yeah, he gets real mad.
Real
Like,
bad, real
his-
mad.
On his knees.
his
Those
eyes were.
pretty like
Yeah.
pretty rough looking too.
So Superman, well, Lex leaves. Superman goes down to say bye to Lois. I have to go convince him
To help me.
to help me or kill him. To save him.
Right, yeah, because Lex wants his head.
Lex wants the bat's head.
But realistically, Lex wants Batman to kill Superman.
Right.
That's
Because
really what the
he knows
plan
what
is.
he has.
Yeah. Because he
So-
believes that Batman is capable of killing him.
Right. So we get this. Superman shows up. and Batman's laid out all these booby
Gadgets
traps
as he
and-
would.
as he would. Makes complete sense. Like the fight
The
was
fight
great.
was really good.
The
yeah.
fight was great.
My wife was sitting beside me, and she was like pretty, like, kind of covering her face, like I felt like I was watching it, but I wanted to kind of look to her and say, "You know, he doesn't kill him, right? Like, he's gonna get through this."
Yeah, and I mean the kryptonite grenades.
That was awesome.
Those were pretty sweet.
Really cool. Which
Really-
explains the assault rifle that everyone was losing their shit over in,
Yep.
in the trailer.
and all that jazz and blah blah blah, which is and
Yeah.
leads him over to where
The one thing I gotta say about this fight too is, as I'm watching it, it really does, just for a little bit, you start to feel that Batman is like the villain of this situation.
Right.
Like, it's pretty crazy how you just assume all these two superheroes not understanding each other. It's like, no, Batman, you gotta like smarten up. Like, you are wrong here. Then I
Yeah.
thought that was really interesting
Well, and
how
it
they
was-
did that.
as Superman's flying down to Batman, he says, "I need your help,"
Yeah,
and then
he's
it
not
was,
having any of it.
then again it was a trigger that flicked in Superman's head, and I'm just like, all right, let's fight.
Yeah.
Let's go down.
Yeah,
And
I
then
got this.
it wasn't until Batman pretty much knocked him out with another canister of
yeah,
the kryptonite gas,
yeah.
foot on the throat, spear in hand. Now, I found very strange that at times it would glow. At other times, it was just rock.
I guess so. Yeah.
Like, it's either fucking kryptonite or it's not. Right? Like, it
Maybe it's
doesn't...
just the way. Maybe it glows closer to Superman. I don't know. Maybe.
Then the freaking
Need to see it again.
Krypton would just glow green the entire time. Like that. Sorry, no, it doesn't. Like,
Yep.
I don't get it. It's either green or it's not. Because like when Lois threw it in the water, it was green,
Yeah, it like lit up the water.
right? And
Yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like, what the fuck? Anywho, moving on. So Superman's got a cut on his face now. Batman's about to stab him in the heart. Gonna die.
Yep.
And he says, Martha.
You gotta save Martha.
You gotta save Martha.
Which is crazy because I never, ever, ever put that together. I never realized that their mothers were the same name.
But that's what's gonna stop him.
Right? Like and then we get the second time of the origin story of his parents being
Yeah,
killed.
yeah.
Right, thanks. I already saw
Right,
this
'cause
2
the
hours
movie-
ago.
for
Right.
so long.
And just as a reminder, Batman's parents died in an alley.
They actually show the tombstone, Martha Kent.
Right,
or
like-
sorry, Martha Wayne.
Right? And you're just like, and they show that multiple times in the movie. You're just like,
Yeah,
yes, okay, we get it.
yeah.
And,
But it wasn't until he said that I'm like, oh yeah, they do have the same mother's name.
right? And then all of a sudden, like without blinking, he stops.
Yeah.
He's like,
Now I have a bit of a theory here. Two things I want to say. First, in my head, the way he says you got to save Martha, and then like just it starts to think because he's always haunted by his parents' death. That's
Yeah.
always something that's had. So one line that I really liked is because I think like Batman as a character just like was relishing in this opportunity when he says Martha won't die tonight, because I feel like that's him saying like this is like kind of like my chance to kind of like redeem like a mother type situation.
right.
Second thing I want to say about this, I hate that it goes down like this. What I wish would have been happening was I wish Superman would have told Lois, they have my mother. I have to go convince Batman to help me go get her. And then before he stabs her, Lois runs in and says, stop. He needs your help to save your mom. That's what he's trying to tell you. That's the way I would have rather it gone down. As opposed to him just going, save Martha. I wish
think-
she would have said it.
I think it would have been any other way other than, oh my god, our moms have the same fucking name.
Did we just become best friends?
Right? Are you serious? It
Yeah, I don't-
could have had
yeah.
anything else.
Anything else?
Anything else.
Anything
yes,
else.
fine. It could be this, like, we have to go save Martha Kent. fine.
Yeah.
That could still be there. But not your mom's name is Martha too?
My mom's name's Martha.
It wasn't that. Like, he was, like, really, like,
But
why did you say that name? Why did you say
that's
that
what it
name?
felt
I
like.
get that.
Like
Yeah.
I know that's not what they were going for,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's
That's
what
what it
that's
felt like.
that's how
Totally.
it
Yeah,
came
yeah, yeah.
across. And you're sitting going, really?
Yeah. That's
So-
I wish that part would have been done differently.
Can I also throw something else out there? Why the fuck did she throw the spear in the water?
She didn't want anyone to have it at the time Doomsday wasn't
It's
around.
so dumb.
She loves him. She doesn't want
But,
the
okay,
thing that could
okay.
kill him to be around.
So
but it's a stupid place to put it.
it is a very stupid place to put it. So first off, Superman's gone off somewhere to figure out what Lex is up to with all the light show,
Yeah.
and then she throws it away. Why not just hang on
Just
to it for a
say-
little bit?
Just wait 15 minutes.
even if it's just to keep it and go, Batman, store this somewhere.
And then, oh man, and then Batman goes to where fucking Martha Kent is and just fucking bashes all these dudes' heads in. How many guys did he kill, by the way?
There was like 14.
I'm okay with it. That fight scene was amazing.
Right,
That-
no, it was good.
That fight scene,
Shit.
that fight scene reminded me of the latest Batman games.
Right,
Well, yeah,
yes,
it's very
absolutely.
like,
Right? Like that was
Yeah.
so badass.
Yeah.
This is why I'm excited for a Batman solo
Yeah.
flick.
and the reason why I like these, I like the Batmobile chase scene. I like that fight scene, and the reason why I'm okay with it is because it's a more realistic take on a Batman character. Yes, he doesn't directly kill people, but when you're in a room with 15 guys and they all have AK-47s or whatever, and they're shooting bullets everywhere, some people are gonna die.
Right.
He didn't like directly snap their necks, but like
And-
it's not realistic.
You know what?
One's not gonna die.
Here's the other thing. I saw
With it.
an interview with Zack Snyder, and he's like, if you read the Dark Knight Returns, which this is loosely based on,
Yeah.
he kills like tons of dudes. And I guess in the scene in particular, the scene when he saves Martha is lifted directly from the comic book. And in the comic book, he shoots the dude in the fucking head. Batman does. And he's like, and they're like, so when they were getting everything together, they're like, oh no, Zach, you got to do it. You got to have him shoot the guy. And he's like, no, I'm not going to be the guy who made Batman shoot someone in the head. Mm-hmm. But he said, and then he said, like, there's a video on YouTube called Batman Kill Count. And after we're done this, go to YouTube and watch Batman Kill Count and see all the kills in all the Batman movies. Because even in the Christopher Nolan ones, there's a lot of kills.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
It happens. He does.
Right.
He doesn't directly kill people. Like, he's not running around with guns, but like he doesn't. He doesn't. Someone's gonna die.
So-
yeah.
There's gonna be death. It's just gonna happen.
Yep.
So, and I still say the car with those are rubber bullets.
okay, rubber bullets.
Not bullets. They're rubber bullets.
Rubber bullets.
Also from the
Alright.
Frank Miller comics.
I don't care.
He rides him with a tank and it's rubber bullets. I just wish they would have just maybe just said it somewhere so people would know for
Right.
sure. Just spew it out there because people are like, all right, he's shooting people. Like, no, he's not shooting people.
I don't care. It was badass and it was awesome.
It was it was great.
Right,
It was a
like-
great fight scene.
This is when the movie really started to get good for me. Like
Because it was a lot of buildup.
From here on out, it was pretty good.
No, that's definitely not true. The fights.
Okay.
Okay, so the fight scene in that building was good. The Doomsday fight, I'm okay with. My biggest issue is everything was in the trailer. Wonder Woman showing up was in the trailer. Like, everything was in the trailer.
The only thing that I'm surprised was kept under wraps was that they did do the death of Superman. I was actually
Right.
How do they
genuinely
not
shocked
do
that
it?
they did it.
But how do they not do it? You have to do it with Doomsday.
Yeah, but I just didn't think they were going to.
You know what? I
It was going.
I honestly didn't think they were going to either. But when it happened, I'm like, well, it kind of had to happen. But
yeah.
what I don't like is what they did at the end.
The epically long funeral.
Well, that and then the fucking the little piece of dirt going up. Fuck off. Fuck off. We know you're gonna make more. Don't do that. Just leave it. Just fucking leave it. God. It
Yeah.
was.
No, yeah.
And
I
now
know.
it's not a bad movie. That's my biggest problem is I wanted to either love this movie or hate this movie. And sadly, I don't get to do either.
Yeah, I can't do either. I went into this going, I'm not gonna like this movie at all, and I don't love it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Yep.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, like if I hadn't watched the trailer, or if there had been a better trailer,
Had there been a trailer without every fucking scene in it?
The international trailer was good. I really liked that one.
if
Or
there was-
or it the third.
I don't.
The third
I
trailer.
don't.
Yeah, it
know.
was the
one
third
with
trailer.
Doomsday.
The second one was the one that was too much.
Yeah.
If there wasn't one with Doomsday, if there wasn't, and it didn't have Wonder Woman in her costume,
Yeah, I would have liked to
Right?
see that just for the movie.
it would have been. You would have had the scene at Lex's party, a quick.
Yeah,
there
one,
she
yeah,
is.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
I would have
Right.
even been fine seeing her in the costume, just not seeing how she's introduced.
Yeah,
Because she's just like, because it's exactly, you know, the only difference is in the trailer they cut to her with the shield, and in the movie she did it with her, you know, fucking bracelet thingies.
and the freaking lasso was awesome.
Was cool, yes.
That was
Yeah.
cool. That was wicked.
Yeah, I love how, because I was a little concerned about how much power they were going to give Wonder Woman, and I'm really glad they went with the fact that she is like a super badass, strong character.
Yeah.
And like, because there's a storyline in it's called Justice League Doom, and it's a I don't know if it's from this one, but it's somewhere in here. So Batman he's got these briefcases, and each briefcase is a way to take down a member of the Justice League.
Right.
And Wonder Woman's is empty. And he says
Nice.
to Superman, "You're it. If she goes rogue, you're all I got. I cannot. This is the only character I can't take down." And that's why I was hoping they go with this. So I talked to a couple of people that are like, "Oh, the lasso was too strong." Like, no, she is that strong. She's a fucking, like, she's supposed to be from a god, like born from a god. Like, she is badass, and they nailed it.
And I think Wonder Woman, Batman, they did great.
Yeah.
Superman was a little bit of a pansy ass.
The
but I get it.
problem with Superman and the problem is he's too good. He's so hard to do believably because he does everything. He's super fast, he's super strong, he's got super hearing, he's got laser vision. He's this symbol of, like, you know, good.
Yeah.
And this is the one thing that I'm kind of okay with these movies is that they're trying to, you know, reel him in a bit, make him a little more realistic.
Right.
As realistic as you can make a guy from Krypton whose parents put him in a small spaceship and flew him to another planet as a baby. I mean, as realistic as that could be, that's what they're trying to do. So I get behind that. I just, I don't think he was a pansy. I just, you know.
He was the weaker of the three.
Absolutely. But it's still not terrible.
Yeah, like, not by much. And, like,
No.
it's just that, like, Ben Affleck did such a great job.
He was very good. He was very
And
good.
every time Gal Gadot was on screen, just owned it. Like, she was just so good.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's tough when you have such strong. Like, there's got to be one that's the worst.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it was
that's fair.
unfortunately him.
And it's Jesse Eisenberg.
All right.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Irons, though. Come on.
Jeremy Irons was awesome.
So
Best
good.
Alfred yet.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean-
like you said, he's
I
doing
mean,
shit.
he's
Yeah,
doing
I like-
everything. Like
Or the
Michael
Alfred
Caine.
that-
Michael Caine never worked on the Batmobile.
No, he did not. He was.
And the
just-
old dude from the Michael Keaton, like, there's no way he's fucking doing
He
any
was
of that
just
stuff.
drinking tea.
Exactly.
making- That's what he was
Yeah.
doing.
He was
You
just
can tell.
dusting all day. Like, come on.
So
No, but Jeremy Irons had, like, a good, like, attitude. Like, he was the one tiny bit of levity in the whole movie. The tiniest little bit that we got. And we needed more. This is why Marvel's better. This is why.
No, it's a difference of opinion.
I think what DC tried to do was catch up to Marvel's 10 years in one movie.
Right, and you can't.
That's what they.
Yeah.
Like,
to me, Man of Steel is the Incredible Hulk.
Fair enough.
Okay, yep.
Justice League is everything else.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it was.
Right, like this was
like, let's just move it along, which I'm okay with because, like I said before, these characters are more established than the ones they needed to do before. Like, you don't just throw, especially like you talk about like Guardians of the Galaxy, you don't throw Guardians of the Galaxy into Avengers. No. You can't do it.
Right.
But these characters they're just more well known that I think, like, it'll be interesting to see how it goes in the Justice League movie with the Flash and Cyborg and stuff like that. So that would be interesting to see how they do that approach.
Wouldn't it have been better for this movie to be like 2 years down the road, after we've had a Batman movie and a second Superman movie, and we have some time to like get to know these characters, to have them fight each other, for us to actually care about it?
It would have been. I think the problem is that they had, because there's no way they thought what they were gonna do when they made Man of Steel, because it was like they made Man of Steel, yeah, we're gonna do Man of Steel 2. And then that's when it started evolving to, let's throw in Batman, let's do this, let's do that. We have this Batman v Superman script lying around, let's take it and screw around with it. I think it's just because of the destruction that happened at the end of Man of Steel. It was a nice, bridging point.
I still think you
together. But you could have done
a Cyborg movie. You could have done a Flash movie. You could have done a Green Lantern Corps movie.
I don't think you could have done those first.
You could have.
No.
Yeah, you could have.
No. You have to ease those in. You need these guys first, and then you gotta do those. It's like saying you could have done Ant-Man before all the other ones, and it wouldn't have worked. It would not have worked.
You're right. No, he's right about that. You can't do Ant-Man first.
But you've done your Superman movie.
Yep.
And then what do? Your Wonder Woman, and your Batman, and then you throw in the rest of them?
Sure.
Yeah, no, here's what I'm with Chris on this one. You do Batman, you do Wonder Woman, you do Superman, and then you do your Justice League movie with all the side guys, and then now you can go and do the side movies as well. You don't need to introduce those guys on their own right away. You can have them with the big guns. And then now it's like, oh, I kind of like that Flash guy. I'll go see the Flash movie. But
it is risky doing it that way too, because if any of these characters are not very good on screen, and then you want to try to give them their own movie, that could be disastrous as well. Yeah. So it's sketchy which way this is gonna go. Like,
yeah,
I don't trust them the way I trust Marvel. I don't trust them.
They don't have the best record right now.
Marvel's got they've got the secret sauce. Like, I mean, aside from those two Thor movies and the Incredible Hulk movie, everything they've done is great. Those three are all like kind of like meh. Like the Thor movies are boring as fuck.
Yeah,
they're not very good.
And that Hulk movie was
It was okay.
It was okay. But it was no Iron Man.
No. My theory for where they're going with this is my theory. So if it's Alexander Luthor from a different universe, he gets sent. So basically, the universe that he's mostly from is Earth 3, where now there's so many different avenues they can go here. Because Earth 3 is actually, he's the son of the world's greatest superhero, Lex Luthor. And all the Justice Leagues have
the bad guys
side. So there's Power Man, there's Owlman, Ultraman, Owlman, Superwoman, and they're all just like dark variations.
Right.
So that's a cool thing you could do. You could eventually bring the negative side in there. But there's also the fact that so his planet, Earth 3, there's different storylines, but sometimes the planet gets destroyed by the Anti-Monitor. It's been destroyed by Darkseid, which is probably going to be the main villain.
Isn't that
Yeah.
Isn't that what they're doing?
They haven't outright said it,
Right.
Pretty much.
but yeah, like that's pretty much it.
That's who he was talking about.
Monitor, but that's like you would have to really lay some groundwork for that. So it's probably gonna be Darkseid. So if it's like Alexander Luthor gets sent to Earth, he's mad about his planet, but he's fucked up or whatever because he's definitely got some issues. He's like, fuck this place. I'm gonna get Darkseid's attention and bring him here and fuck this world up. That could be where they're going with it, and that would be really cool.
Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we'll see. So we're gonna finish this one up. We're gonna go into our regular episode. Well, we're gonna still talk
I'm
about
exhausted here.
DC movies and where they're going. So thanks for listening to our.
We're not going to give it a rating?
Do you really want to
I mean,
Okay, go.
shouldn't we?
rate it?
3.
Do it out of 5, right?
Yeah. 3.
I give it a 4.
3.
All right.
All right.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
We're not going to talk about the media backlash. I guess we're going to do that in the other episode.
You know,
it is what
It is what it is. All right. So thanks for listening to this issue of the Cinematic Inquisition, and we will catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
I went on for an hour.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. We really killed that one.
46 minutes.
Oh my god.
Batman vs Superman.
That was a long time.
Long time.
I did not think it was going to go that long. It's a big topic, though.
It is. Earth 3, huh?
Yeah, there's 52 Earths.
52 Earths.
Yeah.
See, so when I said Earth 7, that's not...
That weird, yeah.
It's actually a thing.
It's actually a thing.
So what
Yeah.
happens on Earth 7?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't know them all.
Oh, well, what kind of DC nerd are you?
I'm a new DC nerd.
Oh...
What did you guys think of it? And we didn't really talk, but what did you guys think of the Doomsday CG? Heard a lot of people talk about, like, in the beginning that it was really bad, but I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. I
Right.
mean... I don't know.
Some of the reviews were just outlandish in my opinion.
I wish I didn't see him in the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I really wish that was a surprise.
Even if they just hinted at him, like, big time.
Nope.
Okay.
Don't even hint at him. It's Batman versus Superman. That's all we needed to know.
The thing that disappoints me the most is...
I wouldn't even have put Lex Luthor in the trailers. If it was me, if I made the movie and I was making the marketing decisions, I wouldn't even have put Lex Luthor in the trailers. You would have known he was in there, but I wouldn't have put him in the trailers at all.
Yeah, that makes sense. I just think it's disappointing because, like, Doomsday would have just been the perfect villain for a standalone Superman movie.
Right. So now who do you have? Brainiac?
Brainiac or... Yeah, Brainiac's, like, a pretty badass villain, so...
How about Bizarro? We need a Bizarro Superman story.
Superman. If you want some hilarity, there you go.
All right, let's get into the regular shoe. Whoa. Get this shit going. Hammer. Welcome everybody to the Cinematic Inquisition. My name is Tyler Hoskin. With me in the studio is Chris Trache.
I'm back. I had to step away for a bit, let you guys win a bit.
Oh. Oh.
That's where we're going with this. And over in Studio B, streaming us live to YouTube, it's Chris Taylor.
What is up?
What's going on, peeps?
Movies.
Movies!
Living large, watching movies.
All right, so just out of curiosity, what would you have picked as your number? What do you think?
What I would have picked?
Yeah.
I think I would have picked around 150 mil.
Okay.
And that would have been for Batman v Superman. Just in
Yeah,
case.
oh,
yeah.
really?
For
No.
Zootopia.
For my big fat Greek
That's
wedding.
what I was hovering around was 150.
Okay.
I thought it would have made at least that.
Okay. All right, so I don't know if you saw our guesses.
I did, but it was a while ago, so I don't even remember them.
I decided to highball it. Go 205.
You went 205. Good for you. Good for you.
I just, you know what? I figured.
Yeah.
Mark picked the Orphan movie, which is Batman and Superman.
Okay.
They're orphans.
It's like, wait a second.
175 million.
175, okay.
And Chris Taylor over here went 101.
101.
I should have just said $1.
Oh man. 101.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy. Crazy like a fox.
It's so crazy. So before we go into this, I want to say that Deadpool is at $349.999 million domestically.
Nice.
Domestically, it is still third. Domestically, it is still third. Worldwide, it is number one rated R movie of all time.
What's it behind in domestic?
American Sniper by
Still, eh?
about $100,000.
And The Matrix, I would assume?
No. The Matrix Reloaded was number 4.
Oh, is it Passion of the Christ?
Passion of the Christ.
Of course.
With-
Is there any chance of topping that?
370.7. Got 20 mil to go.
It's not gonna.
No way.
Not domestic. Nah.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Not with
So-
what's coming out recently.
No, Deadpool has sunk to number 7. $4.8 million. It is still in 2,336 theaters.
Maybe actually. I'm sure that number's going to drop very soon though.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Number 5 this week is the Divergent series Allegiant with $9.4 million.
Womp,
It's
womp, womp, womp.
$46.5 million.
Ugh.
Loser.
So apparently, we were talking about how this was the last in the series and yada yada. It's not.
No,
No,
they're
this is
making
part 1 of 2.
They are making another one, but the budget has been severely slashed.
Yeah. Which means it's going to be really bad.
Right, because the other ones aren't really bad.
Maybe the next one will be amazing because they start using practical effects like Star Wars style.
There you go.
So number 4 is Miracles from Heaven.
God damn it.
$9.6 million.
What the hell is that? I've never even heard of it.
This is the kid that falls out of a tree, hits her head, and is cured of all diseases.
The disease, of course, being cancer.
Yeah. Fuck cancer. Drop your kid on your head. And
Right. That's
cure it.
all. That's all it's taught me. If that happens, you just throw him out of a tree. Cancer's gone.
Okay.
Jennifer Garner's in it.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the most anticipated sequel ever. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2.
It's
It made-
the third one in the series too. I learned as well. I did not know that. There was actually that's the third one.
Yes.
Well, there was a TV series.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is the TV series canon?
It must be. I don't know. We'll have to do a little bit of research for next week.
Because I don't want to watch it.
Right, if it's not
Don't
canon.
think that's canon.
Yeah.
Right?
So, it made $17.8 million
That's
this week.
crazy.
The one of the fellows that work for me went to see it. He said the theater was packed.
Man.
Really?
He's Greek, and it was a bunch of Greek people, but it was packed. And I'm like, because before it came out, I'm like,
every person saw this movie.
why would you go up against Superman? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then I realized, like, none of the people who went to see My Big Fat Greek Wedding would ever go see Superman, and vice versa. So it doesn't matter when you bring it out.
Would he?
He went to see that instead of Superman, which I'm sure he's seen by now. But
Yeah.
Number 2 this week is Zootopia.
Tutu.
Zootopia with $24 million.
damn,
$8.4 million in 4 weeks.
Is that Pixar?
No, it's just Disney.
It's just Disney. Okay.
Just a Disney flick. And then number 1, we have Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice with $166 million.
Ah, does that mean I would have won?
If you had guessed,
But I won.
Damn it!
Got the belt on and everything.
so
Ah.
on Sunday the estimates were 170,
Oh, really?
and I figured it would fluctuate. I just didn't know which way
Yeah.
because Mark was at 175.
Yeah.
Right.
So if it went the other way, it could be Mark winning this week.
But nope.
Man,
It
I
was-
should have figured out some way to give you my guess. Shit. Shit.
son of a bitch.
Ah.
So screw
This
that
week's
up.
gonna be tough.
Okay, I've been told we're being too loud. So we need to calm her down a bit.
Okay.
I know we're really excited after our little chat earlier.
Yeah, we
but,
got too excited. So speaking of this movie, did you see the report that it like dipped like significantly
Oh yeah,
from
It's-
Friday to Sunday?
it is the movie. Sorry, I don't know how to word this properly. It is the only movie to have such a grossing Friday opening to Sunday loss.
Now, there was reports saying like it's Easter weekend, so like obviously that's gonna
But
dip
it's-
into it, but it's
It's
a big
Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a big drop, and it's because of those fucking reviews, and it
yeah,
just pains me.
and
It's like just because I talked to so many people that are like, oh, I was gonna go see it, but then I saw the reviews. Fuck you. Make up your own goddamn mind. Like
yeah.
most of these reviews are just like, it's not a Marvel movie, so I give it a 2 out of 10. Like, fuck.
Of course,
like,
it's not a Marvel movie. It's
a
made by
different universe.
DC.
It's a darker universe. It's not gonna be. Anyways, I can't get into that. I'm just gonna
All right,
get too loud.
screw this shit.
Taylor's taking off. That.
No, and it's from something completely different that I'm going to bring up in a minute.
All right. So this week we've got okay, so there's a movie called Meet the Blacks coming out.
What?
Yep. Mike Epps and Mike Tyson.
Mike Epps and Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
It's
That's-
being released in 1,000 theaters.
Oh, man.
And then there's, get this,
I'm ready.
God's Not Dead 2.
2.
There was a first one?
First one had Bradley Cooper, I think. No, don't look that up.
God.
Yeah, I got to look this up, too.
Yeah.
So sorry, God's not.
God's Not Dead.
like-
Like God apostrophe S.
Okay, God is not dead.
Oh, Kevin Sorbo was in the first one.
Yes, Hercules.
Dean Cain too.
What?
Oh, I remember seeing the trailer for this.
No way.
Yeah, I do. I remember this. It came out in 2014.
It did. 5 out of 10.
That sounds good. It's better than Batman v Superman, apparently.
College philosophy professor
Yeah.
Mr. Radisson's curriculum is challenged by his new student, Josh, who believes God exists.
Josh.
Josh. It had a Metacritic score of 16. Batman vs Superman Metacritic score is 44.
Okay, thank God.
There you go.
So,
And funnily
who
enough-
funded this sequel?
Funny enough,
Dean Cain?
Batman Superman Dawn of Justice out of 10 on IMDb 7.4.
Oh, interesting. So it's gone up.
Still got a 29 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but the critics are like super harsh. The critics are just being assholes.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so. I think totally agree with you.
and then we've got a limited release movie called Miles Ahead. And that's it.
Okay, so will Zootopia all of a sudden shoot back up there?
It very well could.
It really could. That's what's kind of confusing.
And my Slack isn't opening. There we go. Okay, where the fuck is it? Oh god, we changed the name and I totally
Box office
forgot.
challenge.
Thank you. I'm looking for Win the Belt. I'm like, that's not happening.
Oh man, I feel like that's too much. Okay, I think I'm ready to go here. I think I went way too high.
Me too. But whatever.
All right, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3%.
Oh,
What?
god damn it!
All right then. So we are all going Batman.
We're all too high. I should have went $1. Fuck.
Adam Gotham.
versus Man of Steel. So Chris Taylor is going 51.111. Chris Traje is going 55.5. And I am going with 45.738.
This could very well be in the 20s.
It could.
Really could go into the 20s if it's going to have just as much as decrease because of stupid reviews. And apparently, to hit.
Well, normally you lose 50% the second weekend, right? So 166 lose to 50%. You're you're in the 80s.
Because I am going to go see this movie again because I want to pick it apart a little more, like just looking for little things.
I need to see it again, but they're not getting my money.
Oh, I see. Apparently this movie to be considered a success, it needs to make worldwide $800 million.
It is worldwide.
Worldwide,
it's halfway there. It can do it
because of endorsements and all that.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, it's halfway there. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's at 468.
Yeah, it should do it. It's kind of scary.
But
unless the negative press drives people away, right?
Yeah.
So
even then, I think it at least makes like 600, 700.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna make another 200 million.
Yeah.
At least.
But will it hit that? It could jeopardize other
it
things.
costs.
I'll be so mad.
It costs $250 million to make.
And that's not even the marketing budget.
Yeah.
No, like this is over $1 million a minute.
Wow, when you put it that way, that's
scary stuff.
Wow.
Like $1 million of bats floating, Mr. Bruce.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. That's at the beginning of
It's still a spoiler.
Okay.
What was it, like 2 hours and 30?
It's about that.
Right?
It's a long movie. It was long.
And the director's cuts could be over 3 hours.
And it's going to be rated R.
Because of fighting.
I hope so. I hope Batman, like, rips someone's head off. And then wears it as a hat.
This isn't your Keaton, Batman.
Oh my god. All right. So our topic for today, and I think it's probably going to be a little short because we're all a little winded.
Right. Can I just interject because it kind of leads us into where we're going?
Do it.
Because what's our topic for today?
We are talking about DC and if they're going the right direction or not.
All right. So can I give you an example of how DC is going in the wrong direction?
Sure.
Apparently, this summer, DC is going to reveal the true name of the Joker.
This isn't the comic world, though. This is completely different.
Okay, I'm just saying it's all under one umbrella.
Yeah, but this is completely... That's... I don't know. That's...
It's still... Is it a good idea to reveal the name of the Joker?
I think so, because...
Unless it's Jack Napier, I don't care.
Well, maybe it will be.
DC in the comic world right now, they're relaunching their comics. They're doing a rebirth story.
Didn't they just redo this like a couple years ago?
It was in 2011.
Okay, so 5 years ago they rebooted the whole whole universe.
Marvel has just recently rebooted their series again too, as well. So it's nothing really.
Okay.
Surprising. And they're kind of like they need to do something. They're kind of falling behind, mostly because of Star Wars comics. Actually, very interesting.
Oh, that's weird. Because of these Star Wars comics? That's weird.
But I don't think I think it's exciting. I'm excited to see where they go with this because in the Justice League comic right now, they have a basically Batman's in this crazy chair where he has all these crazy powers, and he can. The first thing he asks the chair is, "Who's the Joker's true identity?" And then he goes, "Oh my god!" And then you don't hear anything about it.
Right.
But then they could be doing that before the rebirth, and then it doesn't matter anymore. So,
But okay, all right. I'm sorry I brought it up.
no, it's fine.
It happens.
I just
It happens. Fuck you.
personally, I don't think it's that.
Okay, I just think it's
happening, but I don't.
I think it's insane. Insane.
So over the next few years, so we just had our Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice movie.
Right. Which the internet is completely like you either love it or you hate it. There's no even though me and Tyler represent middle ground.
Yeah.
We might be the only two people on the internet who are in the middle. Oh, and my daughter who's standing right here is right dead center. It was okay. It was entertaining.
I watch it. I will watch it again.
I will watch it again. I didn't hate it. But it seems like you either love it or you hate it.
It's interesting that I see it in the sense as so you have the critics that mostly hate it,
because
and then you have the people that
The fanboys.
straight up listening to the critics.
yeah,
Right.
Have the people like you guys, and then you have people like me that are just liking it for what it is because I just love DC.
Because you're a fanboy.
and I will say this: every DC fanboy that I've heard their opinion of has loved this movie.
Right. Anybody who's like, I love Batman, loves this movie. And I understand that because they did a good job with Batman.
Mm-hmm.
No, they didn't?
They had him kill people. That's
Oh.
not what Batman did.
She can go away.
Vengeance.
Tell
Okay.
her to listen to what I said on the last podcast. She'll understand.
There you
So-
go.
If you're a fan of Batman from strictly the movies, you might have a
I don't know because Keaton's Batman killed a bunch of people.
He threw the Joker off a
He
roof.
threw the Joker off a building. He killed
Yeah.
tons of dudes. I honestly, until Christian Bale's Batman, I didn't even really know that there was the whole no killing thing. I thought that was just
Yeah.
like
It's mostly the no guns thing. That's really what he's about. He
okay,
does,
but
like
for a guy who doesn't like guns, he uses an awful lot of guns in this movie.
yeah, like rubber bullets.
Okay, rubber bullets, right? Okay,
Right.
and grenades. He's
Right.
fighting.
Those scenes, and I know they were in the future. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
Yep. No more spoilers. We've gone far enough.
We didn't
Moving
even
on.
talk about that scene.
It was awful. That
It
scene
was
was awful, and that's all I'm gonna. That's it.
Parademons. Come on.
No,
It was awful.
no.
It was
Okay,
awful.
so this August we have Suicide Squad.
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Mildly, like tempered excitement for Suicide Squad. I think.
In the same way I am with this one. It's I'm not expecting much, so hopefully that blows me away. So
Right, and I think that because Ben Affleck's in it very briefly, from what I understand.
yeah.
But I let's tie it together. Let's get a little more of that Batman universe, right? So.
And I think that's where I think they're going with these movies, especially with the end of Man of Steel tying in to Dawn of Justice. I think that's what they're going to do with all these movies. Is I think they're all going to be very connected. Where the Marvel movies are connected here and there, like they're getting more connected, especially with Civil War.
Right, but they are very standalone.
They're kind of standalones. Where these ones, I think they're going to be more comic booky. Where to get the whole story, you need to see them all, which is kind of a good idea for people who want the whole story, and good for them because more people are going to see all the movies.
If you're into comic books and you're into these types of movies, you're going to go see them all anyways.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to skip one.
What?
It's just an interesting way of storytelling in the movies instead of, really, it's the Matrix was doing it a bit. I think they did it a little piss poor, but knowing that you're going into this movie, maybe not getting all the answers because they're going to come up in a different movie.
Fair enough. All right, so next year we've got Wonder Woman,
Yes.
which I'm very excited for.
After seeing her in the movie, yes, I'm excited for it as well.
Very
And
excited.
did you notice that picture? Chris Pine was in the picture.
Yeah, he plays.
Yeah.
Oh my god, his name is escaping me.
So
Steve
this
Trevor.
this will obviously take place in the
World War-
past.
World War One.
Actually, it's where it's taking place.
So this will be interesting.
Yeah, because she's like, I gave up fighting 100 years ago, and so
Something bad happened then.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. Okay, and then what's next?
So later next year, we've got Justice League Part 1.
That's next year?
Yeah.
That's
Really?
that's November 17th of 2017. We have Justice
Holy
League
shit. I didn't realize it was that close. I thought it was like 2 years away.
Yeah.
So-
they're filming
well-
it right now, I think, or they're starting very shortly.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, and in press, Henry Cavill had said they're filming.
And he's filming.
Yes.
So like,
Right?
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not a
different.
big deal that he's filming at all.
Right, not a big deal at all. Not a big deal at all.
Duh.
He's
Of
super.
And
course,
then-
he's Superman. Why wouldn't he be filming?
It's the
Here-
worst non-spoiler ever.
Here's where I get very confused. So after that, we get in 2018 the next DC flick is The Flash,
Right.
and then we get Aquaman.
Yep. This is in
Okay.
18. Both of those in 18?
Both of those in 18.
Okay.
2019 we get Shazam.
Okay.
It's interesting, because I'm really curious if he's going to be in Justice League.
And then we get Justice League Part 2.
Wow. So a bunch of movies
So
in between.
We're getting a bunch of movies in between. Now I understand, like, sure, we've got, so in the same world, we've got, in the Marvel world, we've got Captain America coming up.
Yeah.
Not that it's part of the same universe, but X-Men Apocalypse. Then Wolverine, Guardians of the Galaxy.
You forgot Doctor Strange.
Right, so I did forget.
And
Doctor
Gambit.
I think Gambit's
Gambit
done,
has
though.
been postponed.
It's not done. Sorry, that's the wrong thing to say. It's yeah.
It's supposed to. It was originally going to come out in 2016, but I'm pretty sure it's been postponed till next year
Yeah, because I
because
saw production got pushed.
on October 6th, 2017, there's reported of an untitled Fox mystery Marvel film.
Fantastic Four.
That,
You're going to give it another shot.
Let's go one more
well,
time.
funny you say that because in January 12th, 2018, there's another Marvel Fox mystery film.
They're going
Marv
to do...
Fox.
Well, Fox mystery Marvel film.
Oh, okay. So one of those could be Spider-Man, could it not?
Nope.
No, Sony.
Spider-Man's... Sony.
That's
I'm
that's
confusing myself.
that's
Yeah,
July 7th of next year.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's good. I didn't realize it was that close.
And then Thor, blah.
I don't even know if I'm going to go see that one.
Yeah. Fantastic Four 2 to be announced.
I'm
No.
sure that's gonna
No
get
way.
canned.
It already did, I thought.
It hasn't been officially confirmed, according to this article.
According to the actor.
And then we get Black Panther,
I'm kind of excited about the Black Panther movie. I think it's really cool.
and then we get the first part of Infinity War.
Right.
In which year is that?
That's
18.
2018.
So that's
May-
that's the same as
May 4th,
Justice League
2018.
Part 2?
No. So Justice League Part 1 comes November 17th, 2017. Part
Yep.
2 comes June 14th, 2019.
Okay. Interesting.
Part 1 of Infinity War comes May 4th, 2018.
God damn it.
And then Ant-Man. And then Spider-Man animated feature.
What?
Don't die.
Anyways.
Captain Marvel.
Wow.
And then Avengers Infinity War Part 2, which is May 3rd of 2019.
Oh, that's a lot of fucking movies.
God damn
And
it.
then after the Justice League, we've got Cyborg and Green Lantern Corps.
Which is super interesting. Like, DC is not even going near Green Lantern right now.
I
Yeah.
think you want to distance yourself from that Ryan Reynolds one as much as possible.
He's not going to be in Justice League,
No,
and he may only be in like half of Justice League 2.
if
So-
any of it.
Yeah. Which is interesting because if it is the dark side storyline that they're going to go with, it does make sense if they go with a Green Lantern that's just like already out in the galaxy and he's going to show up, you know, sometime during Justice League 2 to kind of like turn the tide of the fight because they're, you know, they're
Sure.
galaxy police or something. I don't follow Green Lantern. Not interested.
Hey, yellow man, just pee on him. That's all you got to do with the Green Lantern. He's afraid of yellow, just pee on him.
Oh, man.
Afraid of yellow. So
Well, not afraid. It's his weakness, anyways.
I'm surprised that Cyborg is going to be after Shazam, which makes me really curious how they're going to do Shazam.
Isn't Shazam like a super badass too?
He's super strong. He's
Right.
a kid who like turns into this adult and he's got all these magical lightning powers and stuff. He is a
Okay.
pretty cool character. But he's very strong. Like he can go toe to toe with Superman for sure.
Yeah. So interesting.
And then The Rock, Dwayne Johnson's going to play Black Adam.
yep.
It's big.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they have all these movies coming out, but then they have all these TV shows.
So yeah, and so they've got the Flash right now, Arrow, Supergirl, Gotham, which by the way, and Legends of Tomorrow.
Is Legends of Tomorrow part of either of those
Yes, part of
universes?
the Arrow.
It's
So,
part of the Arrow. Okay,
Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, all the same universe.
right.
Because there's
so,
villains from either one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the CW has their own universe. So villains and heroes from the Arrow and Flash shows have kind of come to Legends and joined a team, which is it's fun. I enjoy it. I like the way DC is currently doing TV, minus Gotham, kinda, sorta.
You were like the only one that I knew that was
I'm still
kind
watching.
of liking it. Yeah.
Like they're again, it's like Batman versus Superman. Gotham is. I like it. I don't hate it. I don't love it.
It's
That's
just
exactly
there.
how I felt watching the first few episodes of Gotham. I was like, I'm watching it because it's an interesting
Right?
world.
Like it's
But yeah, I'm
But-
not really on either side of it.
Now, okay, so now you say that they have all these things that are all separate. Now, look at Daredevil, look at Jessica Jones, look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All of these occur in this same universe
yes.
as the Avengers movies, as Ant-Man, as Guardians of the Galaxy. It's all one universe.
Right.
But I don't think they're gonna cross.
Yes, they are. They've already said that
Nope.
the Defenders are going to be in the Infinity War.
I don't know. Charlie Cox was recently saying that he would love to be in a Marvel movie, but hasn't been
I was
in anything.
okay. Well, I was under the impression, and even if they're not, they still exist in the same world.
Does it? If they don't use them in the movie universe, does it really matter?
Well, okay, I'll tell you that no, it doesn't matter unless the only way it does matter is when you have a Flash TV show and a Flash movie, and it's totally different.
So like
Because that's what's bothering me. That's what's bothering me is you have a Flash TV show, you already have an established guy, and I haven't watched it myself, but everybody see Tyler loves it. Everybody I know who watches it likes it. So if you already have a Flash that people like, why do you need to cast somebody else?
I think my big thing is I think it's CW. CW is a weird because anyone I've talked to about these shows is they're good, but then there's always those little CW things where they got like the relationships and the love interests and all that stuff, and
yes.
it's a little cheesy, little 90210.
yeah.
And I think
Arrow has gotten really bad.
I think that is my biggest problem with these shows because Daredevil's on Netflix. You can do whatever the hell it wants.
Yeah.
Man, how fucking okay. I'm only on the like 4th episode, but that fucking stairwell fight. Oh man, have you watched it, Tyler?
I've seen 2 episodes.
Oh, okay, it's in the 3rd episode. Oh,
When he, without spoiling anything, but when he's like smashing the lights,
yep.
oh man,
It's so good. It's like it's the hallway fight from the first season, like
Yeah.
cranked to 11.
on steroids.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's like twice as long too.
Yeah, I'm watching like 1 a week.
I'm
so-
I'm trying to savor it as well because
I'm on like episode 5, I think.
is it just me or do they have the Punisher like perfect?
He's awesome.
He's
Yeah,
perfect,
it's
right?
dead
I'd
on.
love to see him. That's the thing. I'd love to see him in the movies, but I don't think he will because it's such a different tone. Such a different tone. And I think that's the biggest issue is the tone from the DC universe. I think
Yeah, but-
when they're looking at the TV shows, I think they're like, you know, people like this guy, but it's not the right tone. If we take him and put him in a movie and we want the people that are watching this to be like, we love this Flash, it has to be the same tone, which I don't think you can do. And because DC has this multi-universe world, at any moment you can flip a switch, and bam, you can have both of them in a movie anytime you want.
You can have TV Flash and movie Flash on
Yeah.
the screen together.
Yeah, and say this is from this Earth, this is from this Earth.
Yeah,
But I think it's a tone thing. I think that's why
'Cause
it's
in the-
different.
in the
Because
TV
it's
show.
CW.
in the TV show, they've already had Earth 2 Flash and Earth 1 Flash together.
Exactly, yeah. So what, you know, you'd have to kind of decide what universe the movies are in. But as long if you don't say anything, you can do
It's-
anything.
I mean, it's so hard to tell if they're going in a dumb direction.
Yeah.
What, right. You know
So-
what you know what we need to do? We need to revisit this in a year.
Yeah.
After we've had a couple more movies. So what did you say the next movie is after Suicide Squad?
Wonder Woman in June.
Wonder Woman, and then you said Justice League
Justice League Part 1.
is in November of next
Yeah.
year? Okay. So I think we have to give them those 2 movies before we can be like, oh, they don't know what they're doing.
The first Justice League movie.
And because even this Wonder Woman movie, we can't really judge it on that because it takes place 100 years ago. It's like the first Captain America movie,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like that Captain America movie was like, yeah, it's good, but it's like this is like World War II. Like it's not relevant to what's going on now. So I don't know.
Yep. At least to Justice League, the first Justice League.
So after we watch Justice League Part 1,
Yeah,
a year.
November 17th. of
in
2013.
18 months.
So,
Which is an
Oh,
interesting number. if
interesting
you've seen
time.
that movie.
What?
so we will come back in 18 months and we will either be angry as Batfleck.
Yep. Oh.
just mad all the time. Goddamn Superman.
Or,
He
or
wrecked
we-
my
we-
Wayne building in Metropolis.
Or we will be a joyous TV show from the CW.
Yep.
So
With angsty problems and
angsty
We'll
problems.
be playing the
and-
90210 theme song. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun.
So with that said, let's move on to what Chris has probably been waiting to talk about for a few days.
Well, because we didn't talk about it last week.
That's what I mean.
Eyes lit up there.
Right, so
It's the countdown last week.
right, so Rogue One is out in what's today? Tuesday. So okay, so 257 days, I believe. And the episode 8 is out in 623 days.
Oh, it's a lot of days.
Uh
A lot of days.
so
Yeah, I should start a countdown for my DC movies.
I think that everybody should know by now that a copy of the Blu-ray was ripped and leaked onto the internet this past week. Yes.
What's ripping?
So
That's
it was in 24 hours downloaded like 250 million times.
And all those people are gonna buy it anyways.
Yes,
Right.
they
It's
are.
like
Anybody who's even sort of a Star Wars fan is gonna buy it, and because the special features on the Blu-ray are going to be worth the money. Because there's a full-length documentary, there's the table read, there's deleted scenes, there's
the entire table read.
see, I hope so, because the way I read it the first time said it was the entire table read, and then the way I read it the second time was like maybe it's only parts of the table read. But like, I'm super excited for that. I don't know why.
The table read would be fairly quick because it's just the dialogue, right?
Yeah, but it would still be like 2 hours.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's if you have someone reading the in between.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
to.
well, you know who's going to be reading the in-between stuff.
Mark Hamill.
The right, the guy who didn't have a line.
All right. So
Spoilers. Sorry, I just spoiled that. I'm sorry, guys. If you haven't watched,
it's too late.
if you have, okay, I think
If you're a regular listener.
alongside, so on the interactive experience, there's a time frame.
oh, okay.
So they give it a month if you haven't played a game.
That's not a very big.
That's not a very long time. That's not
I
cool.
don't have that kind of time.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe you should.
Maybe on movies it's okay, but a game?
So
Come on.
I'm thinking, once a movie is out of theater,
Oh, that seems fair. That's like 2 months sometimes.
I still think that's
But I mean, we were spoiling Star Wars like week 2.
it's true.
I don't really think.
I suppose you have a point there. But I think, okay, so maybe not at a theater. Maybe, I don't know. What do you when it drops out of the top 10, we can start spoiling.
man.
I guess. Oh man, that's tough.
Very tough.
Okay, well we'll discuss
We're
that
gonna have
off
to
air.
discuss
and,
this.
Yeah.
figure that out. So that way we
As
can.
long as we keep doing this topic thing, it shouldn't be a problem.
Well,
Actually, we spoiled a lot. in Batman, so maybe
sometimes
not.
it comes up. Anyway, with that said, thanks for listening to this week, and we will catch you next week.
This is a dramatic ending.